have a good day as we walk the neighborhoods. But I know that you giving up your Saturday mornings and your Saturdays is greatly appreciated by all of us. I also want to just ask you a couple of questions. Do you know how many days we have before the absentee ballots go out? 24. 24 days. Do you know how many days we have before Election Day? How many days? 52. 52 days. We have a lot of work to do in 52 days, right? I want to talk just a second about Prop 32 because that is our key state initiative that we need to defeat. Stop Prop 32, for anybody who doesn't know, some people call it a fraud, some people call it misleading, I call it a lie. It is a lie to all of us because it's defined as campaign finance reform, but the sole goal is to destroy our right and our influence at the ballot box. That's the sole goal. It wants to hurt working people's right to make a choice fairly at the ballot box. And don't believe that this is the only thing that the right wing, i.e. the Koch brothers, who have an office now in San Diego, is leading this charge. Don't believe that this is where they'll stop. They want to do this, and then if this passes next year, we will have propositions on the ballot reversing our right to organize. We will have propositions on the ballot trying to eliminate living wage and minimum wage and change working conditions. We will have propositions on the ballot that take away most rights for working people and beyond. We call this our Wisconsin moment. This is our Wisconsin moment. For those of you who are informed, you know what's happening in Wisconsin, except for yesterday. Did you all see that? Which is pretty exciting, right? A judge came out and deemed one of these horrible pieces of legislation that the governor there injected upon public employees, deemed it illegal and against the Constitution of the Wisconsin state. So things are changing, but these same right-wing forces that did that in Wisconsin, that are doing that, or trying to do that in Indiana, in Iowa, and all of that, have come to California. So we have to defeat Prop 32. We also have to support Prop A. Why do we have to support Prop A?
Save City College!
We have to save City College.
City College! I'm a student, and I'm here to fight back.
We are all City College. We have students in City College. I went to City College. My daughter went to City College. We know that all of you know everybody who went to City College. It is under attack, and one way that we San Franciscans can show our support for it, it won't cure it all, but it will show that horrible accreditation board, and it will show everybody that we support the largest working class institution in San Francisco. So yes on A.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And lastly, we have 5 candidates that we are supporting for Board of Supervisors.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Eric Marr in District 1.
Yes.
David Chu in District 3. Christina Lobby in District 5. In District 7. And David Campos in District 9. So I'm going to say out loud that David Chu is in the audience right here. Thank you for coming, David. Thank you. FX Crowley, Christina Alagi, Eric Marr are all here. Those are the candidates that we have endorsed that we want to support. What's going to happen this morning is I'm going to make note of other candidates are here because we have several more. Then we're going to ask our state senator, Mark Lino, to say a few words. We're going to ask our 3 candidates in these supervisor districts that are going to be very difficult and have difficult races to speak. And then we're going to have Dennis Kelly, the leader of our teachers union, to wrap it up with Lastly, Amber will try to dissect this for you and tell you what actual work we're going to do. So we know that this is a confusing and big and long campaign. We know there are lots of issues, but we also know how to win. That's whatever. I think the new word now is value added. That's our value added thing. We know that if we walk the walk and if we knock on those doors and we make those phone calls, that we will win. We will win against 32, 430, 4A, and for our candidates.
Yeah.
So I want to mention, please, that Shaman Walton is here. Shaman is running for the San Francisco School Board, and we recently endorsed him. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And Raphael Mendelman is here. We're recently endorsed City College candidate. Do we have any other of our candidates here? Okay then. So with great pleasure now, I'd like to introduce someone who is from San Francisco, who has been working on our issues for many years, be it in the Board of Supervisors, be it an assembly in Sacramento, and now as our state senator. It's really, really a source of pride to introduce Mark Lino.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is good to be with you. Little love for Connie Forrest. She lays out the truth. She tells it like it is, and do everything she tells you to do. I will be brief. We have many candidates. I am a candidate. I am on your November ballot, and I would be honored to have your support for my re-election to my last term in the state legislature. We're going to get to 2/3 majority Democrats in the state Senate this year. I just want to tell you briefly why Prop 30 is so important. I can tell you as chair of the Senate Budget Committee that with the passage of Prop 30, we can finally, after 10 years of bleeding, thank you Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he rescinded the restoration of the vehicle license fee, he put a $6 billion annual hole in our budget. In our general fund budget, it has never been refilled. Thanks to the leadership of Jerry Brown, we are attempting to refill that hole once and for all. Our legislative analyst office reminds us every year we will not grow out of this hole, no matter how well the economy does. It is a structural imbalance in our budget, and we have all experienced the heartache and the heartbreak and the cruelty of having to balance a budget without that money there. We have cut, and we have cut, and we have cut, but we can't get there. We have to refill it, and that's all that Prop 30 does. It reverses that dastardly deed of Arnold Schwarzenegger that dug us into this Schwarzenegger hole. So we've got to get it passed. And the budget we passed this year is not only balanced, but will be balanced in 13-14, 14-15, and by 15-16, again, with the passage of Prop 30, we'll have a small surplus in our general fund budget. Imagine that.
Yeah. We need it.
And of course, Prop 30 is so related to the challenges that we're facing at City College. Because of lack of funds, not by any lack of love for our city college and community colleges throughout the state, we have had to cut into higher education so seriously that our higher educational systems are on life support. And San Francisco has shown its initiative yet again to put a partial tax forward so that we can locally sustain our own community college in its hour of need. So it's very, very important. And we all know what's going on with Prop 32, but our being out today is so important because we've got to educate our neighbors, our co-workers, our co-parishioners, our family members.
See, my whole family is working.
As to what the deception
I
really
would
is.
even make my
And
dog.
you know, when we think of greed, and we know we're surrounded by greed everywhere we turn in our society right now, we often think of it as being greedy about money. But Prop 32 is about being greedy about power. As if the
sending
power
people out now.
Because I didn't come out. I'm not going to Vegas today.
they're not satisfied, they're not satiated. They got to stamp out and put out once and for all any opposing voice to the corporate forces. And that's what Prop 32 is about. For that reason, we're going to kill it. Thank you for being out today.